Well, welcome back to my channel, Mispronounced Adventures. My name's Alex, and welcome to Nordic Arctic Round 3, and welcome to Northern Finland. And I didn't just crash the drone filming the intro sequence for this. But before we get into crashing the drone this morning, we had a lovely campfire and park up by this lake last night. Well, minus 32 for tonight's park up, right on some lake shore, although it's just through there through the trees. So I think time to get inside and make some dinner. And turn off those lights, they're pretty bright. As this little car park is an official, nice car. As this car park is an official camping spot, there is a little fireplace and some picnic tables with some wood. So we're going to have a bit of a campfire. Ooh. That'll do nicely. Right, clearing snow. Why work harder? You can work smarter. Actually a nice grate at the bottom of this. Story time. Right, because when I went and walked the Russian border last year, yeah, you said not to touch.
Yes.
International incident.
Yeah.
Road. I need to live that. Almost back. I went to a local public access toilet and used 8 sheets of toilet paper from a public toilet, which had about 18 rolls of it in there, in a mega pack. Full mega pack of toilet roll in there. Now I've got some tinder, and 2 commenters got very upset about that for stealing from the public. So I've brought my own kitchen roll this time to start fires, not public access toilet kitchen roll. Although there is public access wood and I want a fire and it's a fire pit, so I could presume I can use it. Oh, and to continue my little international toilet roll incident story, I did actually return the rest of the roll, minus 8 sheets, for starting a fire and a few for personal consumption. Anyway, leaving a time lapse running on an iPhone in minus 24 or 5 meant the camera died. But the fire started quite quickly, I swear. Here we are. Fire going, even though the camera froze and stopped. I swear it was easy and we didn't faff around for 20 minutes. Right, put the camera away because it's freezing and enjoy the fire.
I have bits of ice in my beer.
There's bits of ice in your beer?
Yeah.
I do very much like my Milwaukee blower. Definitely gets fires going. Example of how cold it is. And off to bed before in the morning I cinematically crash the drone. Well, it wouldn't be the Arctic trip if I didn't crash the drone. Save me! I did an impressive crash, to be fair. Interesting animal tracks I've found. Oh, it's a wild DJI Mavic 2 Air S. Come back to me. Oh, you're alive. You're gonna be okay, little guy. Attempt 2 for takeoff. Alright, well. I don't know, home point. I think the gimbal's a bit snowed up. Well, at least here, when you crash into the ground at 50 kilometers an hour, it's quite padded. I think, unfortunately, not unfortunately, I was doing a fast shot at it in sport mode, so in sport mode the sensors are off. Oh well, they survived. Gotcha. That might be why it wasn't flying very well. Oh, it's us. I may have crashed it into the lake.
Into the lake.
Well, into the snow on the lake. And
You were gone for a while. I couldn't work out what's happened.
yeah. Right, leave it to Little Park. I'm headed to a town for a couple hours because I need to do some work consultations and video calls today from Roma. So I need some good internet, and then we'll figure out some plans later on. Consultation work done for the day. Let's go. Oh, look at the sunset. Yeah, they're quite pretty. Time to go put a park up. Right, bit of a change of plan. There is some cold weather coming in, and it looks like Kalari, which may be how it's pronounced, on the border between Finland and Sweden. Might be 29 minus 30 on the weather apps overnight, so it could be considerably colder in reality. So I'm going to drive over there tonight, and it's a 2.5 hour drive, so hopefully maybe hit the minus 40 target, maybe not, and then we'll explore that area. Good sign on getting cold, since it's just hit minus 29 and cold temperature is meant to come in overnight, so maybe this is a cold spot. That is an impressive sized lorry.
He's reversing it too.
It's just mad. Honestly mad. Right, it's a balmy minus 28 degrees and parked up for the night, but it could be below 30 tomorrow, and since we're stationary the engine will cool down. My coolant at the minute is I think a 50-50 mix from the UK, which is down to about minus 36, so potentially overnight temperatures we could get that. I don't want my coolant to freeze, so I've got a bottle of 100% glycol of a litre, and since I've got a bit of a slow leak in my coolant system, I've probably lost about a litre or the reservoir's worth since I left the UK. So I'm going to go top up the coolant now with 100% glycol, which should bring me up to about, I guess, a 55, 45% mix, which should, or 55 or 60-40 mix, which should put me down into the minus 40s. So I'm gonna go do that because I'd rather the coolant didn't freeze, unlike 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That's fresh. Yeah, it's not too bad coolant wise, but I'll top it up with some pure glycol. Oh, the northern lights are out a little bit. I'm going to overfill it a little bit because I know I lose coolant. So my engine's still hot, so I'll turn the engine back on, put the preheater back on, and since the coolant loop should still be above 80 degrees, the thermostat should be open and then allow that new stuff, which is in the reservoir side, to mix with the rest of the coolant in the engine. Well, cooking dinner in the van. Katie is currently in her little nest as she's not feeling very well today, in the bed in its half down position, and we're having fish finger sandwiches for dinner in the air fryer and the induction stove, so that should be tasty. So let's get on with it. Yeah. Oh. It is a balmy minus 34 outside. I think today's the day to hunt the cold conditions. It's only getting colder throughout the day. But engine preheater's going on. I'm hoping the coolant's not frozen. Oh, yeah, it's just still minus 27. There we go, minus 26. It is pumping around. Preheater is working hard this morning. It is minus 34, and we're just going to go further to look for it even colder. Right, what are we on? Minus 34. Coolant is 55. So turn the engine on and get the oil to heat up. Or not. Ooh. Ooh. The battery is flat. Minus 35. Cold start battery just means I can swap those around and have the leisure system charge the engine battery for 10 minutes. There are multiple different ways I can charge the starter battery, not just this, as I've got a 30 amp AC charger as well I could have plugged into the van's inverter or a few of my power stations, and that could have also charged the battery. This was actually just a quick and easy one to do. Now I'm sure a lot of people will say you should have used a jump pack.
I don't have a jump pack, even though I get collaboration emails from them about every other week. But I would have had to go outside in the cold to do that. This I can get the engine charged from the warmth of my own van.
Right, look, might have a bit of a rudimentary system, but it just swaps in and out on the DC-DC charger, so opposed to the starter battery or the engine charging the leisure system. Now the leisure system is going to charge the starter. It's not going to jump start it, it's just leave it for 10 minutes to put some pack, to put 30 amp at 12 volt back into it and then start the engine. So I just need to go plug that back in and then change this on the app to turn on. Now we're not going to start it just yet, but this will start going up. Right, let's just see what it's doing. 15 amps, so I don't want more than that. Let's give it a quick go. Yes! Right. Now let's oh, she doesn't sound amazing. Let's get on with our day. Right, that started. I'm sick as well now. Probably about 8 or 9 minutes running that, and it started fine. So I'm going to put it back on to DC to DC mode so I can get the engine charging the leisure battery and get on with the day. Hunting cold today, hunting cold. Right, let's get to town for some supplies and then go hunt cold.
Looking back at this, I don't actually think the starter battery was flat at all. I think it was too cold. It was only on the DC charger for about 8 minutes before I attempted to start it, and it went first time. And that's not really much energy put back into the battery. It's more likely that the charging warmed up the internal temperature of the starter battery.
Since it's minus 35, just going to leave the engine running like, well, everyone else's cars. Just leave the engine on. Otherwise it probably won't start again in a minute. Finished, people, minus 35, just enjoy a smoke break in your hoodie and vans. These people are just being built different. Right, our goal is
Not to die.
not to die. We're not feeling very well today, but it's going to be cold for the couple hours, so just going to cruise around this area, which seems to be the coldest part, and see if I can find the lowest number possible. Okay. Minus 36, it's getting colder. Minus 37, current personal best. Can we get colder again? Right, I'm not sure about the accuracy of this because I'm holding it at the right distance on a non-reflective material and it's saying it's minus 43.7. Well, the infrared thermometer showed parts of the van as minus 43 and 44, but the goal is to get the van's thermometer to say that, so on we go. So we've almost made it to Moreno, I don't know how it's pronounced, and Jess and Alex are there from our van Norman on Instagram, who I've been helping out a little bit with advice coming up to the Arctic before the season, so it'd be nice to actually meet them. I've also got an Amazon parcel for them. They had delivered to my mum's house and I've taken all the way up for them, so we're going to meet them for a brew. And it's still minus 32, and then I'll probably carry on back down to where we were this morning because that's still meant to be colder this afternoon later on. or they just coincidentally have just come from that junction at the same point. There's a big parking spot.
Turn left onto left.
Thank you for bringing our packages.
Right, Amazon package delivered. You're gonna, where you off to?
We're probably heading off to Levi, I think now.
Off to Levi. We're gonna go hunt more cold temperatures. But yeah, nice to meet you.
You
And,
too.
Maybe we'll meet up again on the road.
Fingers crossed, yeah, we'll sort
Hopefully
something
so.
out.
Right, well, safe drive.
You
Let's
too.
get in the warm.
Cheers.
Not going well.
No, we literally just started it, it came up straight away. Oh, DPF, that's fine.
You get a sensor.
Yeah, it's the sensor's frozen in it. You have to clear it. Goes off the dash,
And it's gone.
and then it's gone.
To be fair, mine said service please about 3 times today.
Same difference.
Yeah. Right, we're going to, well, van started fine. We're going to carry on a little bit further north to an area they were earlier today where they got some cold numbers. And see if we can, if not, we'll head back down to where we were earlier today because where the forecast is for some extreme cold. Personal record, minus 38, 2 to go. New record reached. Can I get 2 more? Minus 39 and 40. Not that you needed me to count what comes after minus 38. Well, the sun has set. It's warmed up to a balmy minus 34. So it's as far north as I want to go on this road, so we're going to turn around and head back in the direction we came, see if we can find some of that cold pocket we were in earlier, and then give it about 2 hours time, a warmer front starts to come over and it's warming up drastic, well, warming up about the minus 20s. So a little window to hopefully maybe find a little bit colder than I found so far. Drop back down to minus 37. We've still got another hour and a bit of driving to go. I don't think we're going to get much colder. I think my minus 38 from earlier might have been the coldest we're going to get today. Parked back up where we were parked last night. Currently minus 37, so it's come back to the same spot and it's just got colder. But hopefully Good spot to see some northern lights. Look, ambient lighting is on today. Got the frying potato stuff I like, air fryer going, running off the power station. That's running off the van's inverter. Katie's asleep. And she's not feeling very well still. And yeah, another cold night to this park up. Hopefully some decent northern lights tonight.
And that's pretty much going to be the end of the episode. And new personal best, -38. Still 2 away from that elusive -40, but there's plenty of the season left. Speaking of the season, if you've enjoyed Arctic Trip Round 3, please do consider subscribing and checking out the rest of the series, or even Series 1 and 2. Other ways you can help support the channel, leave comments, likes, or look at some of the links in the description. I work for Roma, there's lithium battery companies, and I have an affiliate for their batteries, and I'm currently using their Extreme Series battery on this Arctic trip. I also do their electrical design consultations. I'm a brand ambassador for Autotam, Amazon, and a variety of other links. But really, I just want you guys to enjoy the videos. So, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.